Hi, my name is Valerie J. Payton, and today I want to talk to you about my new book, Don't Say That, a short guide to becoming the master of your communication.
I ain't that chick.
It's about self-empowerment. It's about self-awareness. It's about self-respect.
Hi, it's Nate, and welcome to another episode of I Ain't That Chick. I am here with the author herself, Miss Valerie J. Payton. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Nate, for having me today.
So now you are the author of a brand new book, Don't Say That. Tell me about your book and why you chose to title it Don't Say That.
Don't Say That is a communication book that is here for all of us to embrace as a gift. This language that we have, so we can use it in our everyday conversations, our family gatherings, even during interviews. We want to always make sure we are speaking correctly, and when we speak correctly, it goes into our writing as well. So Don't Say That is that tool. It's a tool that you are to just take as a gift from me to you. And I chose that title because on the front of the book, there are a couple of little phrases. Is it she and I, or is it her and I? Is it good, or is it well? Is it who, or is it whom? So that's why I said don't say that. So as you go through the book, you're going to figure out what is it you shouldn't say and what is it you should be saying.
You know, I love the tips. If you can see, Valerie has the tips here at the front of the book. And these are everyday problems that young kids, kids in middle and high school, and adults they have a problem with these phrases. What made you sit down and say, you know what, I have this knowledge, but I need to put it in a book. I need to write it.
I'm an educator. I actually taught school, elementary school. I was also a literacy coach for many years, over 30 years. And that has always been such a love of mine. Okay. And when you open up my book and read my book, you're going to see that it was inspired by my students. My introduction is my students.
So now you have some questions on the back of this book, and I want to read one. It says, have you ever questioned yourself about the correct way to say or write a particular sentence? Now, why did you ask that question?
Because sometimes we're talking and like a light bulb goes off. Did I say that right? Should I have said it another way? So and then when you're trying to write, of course, how you speak is how you write.
Yes.
So when you're writing, sometimes you're balling up papers, throwing them in the garbage, balling up, throwing in the garbage. Sure. So that's because you're really not sure. How do I really say this sentence? Don't Say That is a book that takes you through language. It takes you through grammar. It takes you through all you need and to really speak this language. And it's simple, very, very simple.
Very simple.
And what I really like about the book is I added unforgettable tips. That's what's going to really, really make things very clear.
Okay, so give us an example of a tip.
An example of an unforgettable tip. I'm going to take the word lost and loss.
Okay.
Because I have a section that is confusing verbs or confusing verbs with another word. So sometimes people confuse L-O-S-T with L-O-S-S. Lost and loss. So an unforgettable tip I give is I want you to think of the last two letters of L-O-S-S, which are S-S.
Right.
And think of them as so sad. And when there is a loss of any kind,
it's usually sad. There you go. Yes. So that's a hint and a clue as to when you use L-O-S-S versus L-O-S-T. You mentioned grammar, and when I look on social media, and sometimes, you know, you see the posts that go on and on and on. They don't have a comma. They don't have a period. What do you think about that?
I realize it is the times that we're living in, I'll say. I know it is social media. And it's probably, that's going to continue. But there are just certain things we should not be using when we are in business settings, when we're at the job, when we're at some social gatherings. And that's why one of my questions on the back would be, are you comfortable with some conversations? And because those conversations could be, maybe something is happening with your job and you really want to go, but you're not comfortable because you're used to speaking a certain way all the time on social media. So this is a book that says, okay, yes, you can speak how you want to speak, but I do want to show you the right way, because there's going to always be a time when you're going to need the right way.
Yes, for jobs or just to represent yourself, definitely. So now, would you advocate speaking correct English all the time, or can you just kind of get a little lax when you're with your friends and family?
You know what? It's up to the person.
It's up to the person.
Some people, once they learn it and they know it, they speak it correctly all the time. Other times, you can be lax. This book is dedicated to you. When you open it up, it says this book is dedicated to you, the master of your communication. And that's key, because when we think of a master, we think of somebody who's in control.
Yes, yes.
And you are.
Yes.
And you're going to be in control.
And only you can be the master of your communication. And I tell you, once you're able to confidently communicate, there's no place you can't go. There's no door you can't walk through.
I say the same thing. Definitely.
Valerie,
Definitely.
Thank you so much for sharing Don't Say That with us. Do you want to leave us with one last tip, one last hint, one last reminder?
I want to say to everyone, I Ain't That Chick is going to be a great way to use this book. Why?
Yes.
Because sometimes people may think you are a certain way, but it doesn't matter what people see, as long as you know, guess what? I ain't that chick.
Exactly.
I am the chick. I am the person that knows what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I know how I'm saying it. I know when I'm saying it. So don't look at me and see me one way, because I ain't that chick.
All right.
I am a confident person that knows how to speak and write correctly.
And you know what? That's sexy. That's attractive.
Yes, it is.
That opens doors.
Yes, it does.
Want to find out more about I Ain't That Chick? Visit our website at www.IAin'tThatChick.com.